Down.
What's going on today, guys? Epic Snacks. I'm here getting back into some more Kerbal Space Program patch 1.2. Take a quick look at our contracts here. We do have an Explore the Moon, so we need to fly by the moon and return to Kerbin from a flyby of the moon. Obviously, we wouldn't want to just be stuck out there in space. So let's see if there is any other, oh, not the VAB. I meant mission control. See if there's any other missions we can do kind of in the same area. We don't want to. Well, I could kind of haul one up there, but that's kind of senseless. Let's see. Radio mount, shoot. It's a drone shoot. M16. I don't think that will work though. So, haul a 1.25 heat shield. Ain't really gonna worry about that for right now. Let's go in here and design our moon transfer vehicle. Because I haven't made one just yet, correct? Right. Okay. So we will get our command module as per usual. And I will go ahead and attach the parachute to the top of it. Simple as that. We'll raise it up here a little bit. Throw a 1.25 meter, heat shield under the bottom. Go to coupling because I think all we want to do is fly by and come back. And under that, we will have a T400 with a little Terrier on the end of it. Just to kind of maneuver in space, kind of helps out a little bit. And I will go ahead and toss 2 batteries on here. Or no, maybe just one. Just one should do the trick. So we're not going too far, so we don't really need too much batteryage. Okay, now let's see if we can actually control this thing to go up and then at an angle. Because that is a big part of it. Going sideways, once you get up high enough, you kind of got to go sideways to get into an orbit. And then from there, you kind of need to be able to control and go to the moon. So let's launch those SRBs. Hopefully they'll keep us pretty straight. Let's tilt it up here and look at the beautiful sky that we are heading up towards. Not much to see. It's kind of blue. That's about it. So let's tilt it back up just a hair. In the flames. Okay, kind of get out of that. So we are headed up pretty well. We might hit some atmospheric effects once we hit over 300 meters per second, but at the current moment, we're not doing too bad. Alright, let's launch that. See if we can possibly tilt. Maybe. I don't think we're going to be able to tilt because we have the Reliant engine and not the swivel. So, in that case, because that's not going to be good whatsoever, we'll go back to vehicle assembly, yank the Reliant off, switch it out with the swivel, and we should be okay. Hopefully. Hopefully the swivel allows for decent enough propulsion. Should, but you know. Horseshoes and hand grenades. Scoot these down, duplicate those. Just want to kind of scoot them down closer to the butt end. I do not want them all to go at the same time, but I do want to move that up there. So once they complete, then this lights. Save that, try it again. It's all about trial and error, really. It's not rocket science. Well, actually, kind of is. So let's turn on our SAS, lock it to full power, even though it doesn't matter with the SRBs to begin with. But once we get to our swivel engine, then it'll definitely matter.
Son.
That was not that spectacular. Maybe I could try one thing. Take these two off. Let me get the thumpers. These should put us, after these two finish. Okay, good. I was hoping that they weren't overweight. No. Okay. Perfect part limit. So let me save that. Make sure that launches. And then I want to make sure when this decouples, that launches, then that decouples on the way back. Save. We'll try this one more time. If this doesn't work, we will move on to something else and try something different, at least. This should actually stand up here quite nicely. Full throttle for whenever I do go with my main engines. And we shall tilt up to the sky a little bit and launch. This is way too much thrust to weight currently, but it does help to get us boosted way high into this to atmosphere at least. And hopefully we won't hit too many problems. But I guess more thrust to weight is better than less. And we're already at nearly 3,000 meters, going 300 meters per second, practically. And hopefully, we are hitting some atmosphere, of course. I kind of figured that. We're boosted quite high. Already at 10K. They can kinda, there they go. They just kind of collided with each other. They can kind of go ahead and tilt over to 45 degrees. Try to kind of lock it there. Let's check where our Apo is. It's at 38. That's not too bad. It's climbing pretty well. Let's go ahead and lock to prograde. And it does go up quite nicely. I'll keep that locked on as much as possible. Let's kind of throttle back a little bit. We are severely going way too fast. Okay. And then we will tilt down to the horizon. And then we'll have to get ready for our burn once we get into the atmosphere. Just a little bit more. Let's go fast forward. And I'll actually start it about there. We are inching ever so slightly close to it. Which is kind of what you want. You don't want it to be going too fast towards it, otherwise you might overshoot, and that's not good at all. I think that's kind of what I did the last time. Let's go ahead and flip our screen around, kind of have the moon at, oh, there we go. My bad. Now we probably are, yeah, we're going towards it quite rapidly now, but our inclination is still pretty terrible. But we are fixing to poke out into an atmosphere. Or not an atmosphere, an orbit. I thought. Maybe it's not as close as I thought. We'll kick that down just a tad. Make sure that we're going to flip rather nicely. I'm actually going to fast forward just a hair. That way we don't end up with an odd orbit again. There. Fairly nice. I don't really care about the descending node right now. So, now that we are out here, I will go ahead and do this one more time. Serve mystery goo. Oh, have we not done anything way out here? Log temperature? I guess not. And let me get my barometric pressure. Ooh, nope, not the chute. Let's not do that. Let's do collect all. We'll go back to the Space Center since I know it's in a stable enough orbit. And let's see. If let's see, this allows, thought we could do some not missions, but some planned controls a little bit, but I guess not. I don't have anything to unlock anything else at the... Well, I do have that. But I think I want to save for the fuel systems. Fuel systems is what I want to go for next. So we go into the tracking station. Got it. I can't believe I haven't been in here yet. Okay. I don't use the tracking station that often, at least, so. And that's part of my debris, I do believe. I thought I would be able to do patch conics, but I guess not. Let me shift back to my ship. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. And we'll make sure that we're pointed prograde. And we'll fast forward until we get to the edge of the Earth, or Kerbal, whichever you prefer to call it. We should see a moonrise here any moment, at least. I would think so. Swing it around a little bit. Nope, not yet. Okay. Either way, we will go ahead and burn. I do kind of want to shrink my... Oh, nope, this way. Shrink the ascending node a little bit. And hopefully we'll have enough fuel. I would love to be able to do this flyby. That'd be awesome. And we're still pushing. I think we might have enough fuel for this one this time. Those extra thumpers actually helped out quite a lot. Ooh, there we go. Focus view. Oh, we're actually coming in pretty relatively nice. Let's see, can I can minimize it a little bit, but I don't know if I really necessarily want to. I just kind of want to get there. And I don't know what's going on with my patch conics, but for whatever reason, it will not let me do anything to be able to warp to a certain point or anything. It's being weird. Okay, let's fly way out here. And we're still in decent strength. Oh, it is okay to go across at 100. I'll actually fast forward it a little bit because it'll probably kick me back down. 50 is actually the kind of go-to spot for this. And let's get a little bit inside the orbit. We are doing a flyby of the moon. We have gotten there. So we will do pressure data. We'll do a goo container. And this is all high space. So it's not going to be super close. But at least with some of these, I can collect it and it automatically resets. Now this one will be one that will not reset. But it is worth 50 science, and I will go ahead and collect it even though I can't reset it. Close the doors. And then let's flip us over to EVA. EVA report. Board. Then we will turn SAS back on, crew report, keep, collect all that. And now, all we kind of have to do is get back to over the other side of the moon, technically. And we're going to come back over there. But I want to see something. We'll do a quick save. We'll flip retrograde. back out to here. And we'll get inch ever so slightly closer. Get within like a minute, yeah. Let's see what I can I tweak it so, nope. Nope, not even gonna try. Don't even care at this point, just going to the other side. And crossing back in to Kerbal orbit. And let me go back to my ship. Do. There we go. Wow, we're way out here. And hopefully I can set it to retrograde. Maybe it won't let me yet. Do I have to go back down to time slot? Yeah, okay, good. It will let me do that. And I can kind of get a bit closer to this. So I think that's be a good place to shrink that. Whoa, that's another encounter. And they are coming in pretty close. Let's get it to about 35. That will do just nicely. And let's speed up to up here. Ooh, we're coming in at an odd ass angle. And now we're coming in slowly. Kind of had to adjust our orbit there a little bit just to make sure that we get into a decent re-entry, which we're coming in at about 30. That'll definitely pull this down. It says it's going up right now, but it'll definitely pull it down once I get into the orbit and hopefully land safely. I want to be able to bring back all of this, all of it. I know I've got all my experiments stored up here, but sometimes it's helpful just to go ahead and bring back everything. So hopefully, let's go ahead and speed up just a tad till we get inside the atmosphere. We'll speed up just a little bit. I will go ahead and quick save. That way I know that we're coming into the atmosphere. Do it 2 times till we hit our severe atmospheric effects, because we're going 3,100 meters per second, and hopefully we can land quite safe. Let's see if that is true. And our little bit over here is just kind of slowly following us. Not too much, but it's just funny to see it, and it'll probably impact way before we will. We kind of spin around a little bit because some things are getting rather hot. But hopefully we can keep them from blowing up too quickly. I want to see if they're just... No! Okay, let's just spin a little bit. Kind of slow it down just a tad. I don't like whenever stuff blows up. That's not good. That's no bueno. I don't want to spin too fast, but I don't want to stop at the current moment either. Okay, well there goes our other ship pieces. They were just blowing up. So I think it may just be the batteries and everything that's wanting to... Woo! Camera angle. I think that's mainly just because we're coming back into the the deepest part of the atmosphere. Oh, jeez. I don't like risking stopping, but I don't like it telling me that something's fixing to blow up either. Can I just get into the atmosphere enough to where it'll stop? Please? I know I'm going 1,800 meters per second, but geez. Okay. There. Hopefully, nothing will get too hot. It seems that the crew hatch might be getting a little warm. The ablator's doing a wonderful job. And it does say that we have returned from the gravitational influence of the moon, which we sort of did. Still trying to get home. But we are hitting the thickest part of the atmosphere, and yeah, we're definitely going to land. We are going to be just fine. And let's see about landing here. See if we can get a crew report from inside. Oh, no, I guess we've already done that. What about temperature from this height? Yep, looks like we've done that. And have we logged the pressure? We have done that. We do have 13 experiments up here. So that is going to be worth a lot of science, especially since this is 50. That 50 is going to help out and go a long, long way. I think at about, let's see, we should be landing in the water. So I think at about 5,000 meters, we'll go ahead and pop the chutes and have a safe and gentle landing here momentarily. It will take down the time warp. There's those fully deployed. Now we're going down at 4 to 30, or 3.8 to 4 meters per second. So this might take a tiny bit longer than I wanted to. We will go down to 1 times for the final landing. That took a whole lot longer than I wanted to, but we did complete our first milestones. We have returned home from the flyby of the moon. That was explore the moon, do a return trip from the moon, and recover this entire vessel to hopefully, let's see how much science we actually brought back. We earned 233 science from 13 experiments, and probably more than that if I didn't store everything. I actually think there was 14 or 15. But holy lord. Next, we got back some of the funds. Most of the stuff kind of crashed and burned and whatnot. So, finished a milestone. We've gathered first scientific data from the moon. Now we can go in here and we will get fuel systems. We could use those. Do we unlock the bigger? But the problem with those is they are too... Actually, no, I did get the bigger fuel tanks. So I can actually get that. We don't have the R&D up to the right level for that. Could do some general construction. Yeah, we'll get that. I do want electronics. Let's see, that's miniaturization. That does have the hitchhiker crew cabin for that's good for doing mini rescue missions. But I think I want electronics. And I think that should do it for today, guys. We kind of went to the moon, went around the moon. Well, we tried a bunch of times to get around the moon. But, let's see, those people want to go around the moon. That might not be totally difficult, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. They want to do suborbital and then orbit. That should be easy-ish. And that is a rescue mission to rescue Hadlorf Kerman. Wow, what a name. Richnard. Okay, Richnard Kerman. Science around Kerbal, that's easy peasy. And I think with some of the money that I currently have, I am actually going to upgrade mission control so I can take a little bit more return. Okay, so that's the same mission over again. Whatever. Don't really like to do the atmospheric surveys. They're kind of tedious. Take pressure readings at the base side. That's landed. We can test the skipper in the next one. That's easy. And I do not want to be on an escape. We will take the explore the moon again, because if we can do that, we can the skipper we can do just by as a mission by itself. Science from around Kerbal we will do on the way up or on the way back, and we got to ferry these two. Actually, now that I think about it, we might as well take these, because that's the one I was thinking about. We can ferry these two to fly by the moon, which will also complete this. Oh, that's to orbit. Interesting. I might be able to do that now that I have unlocked some of the bigger tanks and some of the other odd and end things. Then we should be able to do that no problem. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, leave a like on the series, leave a like on this video so I know, see the support. It's awesome. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and that way I can keep up with everybody that's on it. If you have a channel yourself, I'll definitely subscribe back. It's awesome to see all the support coming in for the channel, and I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.